Right. So today, we're really diving into this SEI blockchain.
Mm.
You know,
Mhm.
it's the one that everyone's talking about for trading, especially.
Yeah, for sure.
We're going to see if it lives up to all the hype.
Well, it's interesting because it represents a real shift,
Right.
Instead of trying to do everything,
Mm-hmm.
it's really focused on this one thing,
Okay.
trading,
Becoming the platform.
and not just crypto, but any digital asset.
So are we moving toward these really specialized blockchains then?
It makes sense, right?
Yeah.
When you think about it.
Okay.
I mean, we wouldn't use the same
Yeah.
phone for every different use case, would we?
Right.
A blockchain that's good for
It's a layer.
supply chain management needs
Yeah.
to be different than one for gaming. And with SEI, it's all about this one thing, speed scalability.
Right.
When things get busy.
Oh, yeah. In trading,
Yeah, you can't be slow.
milliseconds matter. You snooze, you lose.
Exactly. And that's where even the big blockchains, they just can't keep up.
Real?
It's like they weren't built for this much volume,
Like a traffic jam.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But SEI is different. It's like a highway system designed for high-speed trading.
Okay. I'm intrigued. So how? How do they do it? Because I was looking at the white paper, and I got to be honest.
Yeah.
When they start talking about twin turbo consensus and optimistic block processing,
Mm.
it's a little intimidating.
Mm.
Break it down for me, like I'm 5.
Okay, so imagine nodes on the blockchain are like chefs in a kitchen.
Okay.
Most blockchains, they're stuck making one dish at a time,
Right.
validating each transaction one after the other.
Right.
SEI is like giving those chefs superpowers to work on all parts of the dish at once.
So are you saying that instead of like one dish, it's all the chefs on one dish, or?
Kind of. It's more like
Okay.
they can chop vegetables while the sauce is simmering
Right.
and get the plates ready all at the same time.
So they're doing it all in parallel.
Exactly. They are way more efficient.
Interesting.
And then on top of that, you've got this optimistic block processing,
Okay.
which is like assuming every dish will be cooked perfectly the first time.
Right.
So they're already prepping the next dish while the first one is finishing.
So there's a mistake.
They can always adjust,
Okay.
but this way nothing is held up.
Wow. Okay, so it's like they've figured out how to completely streamline the way that transactions are processed
Efficiency
and
from
validated.
start to finish.
Okay, so we've got the chefs cooking up these transactions at warp speed.
Right.
But then what? What happens? Who's matching them up with the right buyers and sellers? So we've got the food prepped.
Yeah.
We've got it cooking.
It's ready to go.
But someone's got to actually get it out there.
That's usually the bottleneck with blockchains.
Really?
Yeah, they kind of stop at that point.
Interesting.
They handle the transactions,
Mm-hmm.
but matching buyers and sellers,
Yeah.
that's left to exchanges outside the blockchain.
It's like they forgot about the delivery drivers.
Exactly. It's like having this amazing kitchen,
Right.
super fast chefs,
Totally.
but then the food just piles up.
Because no one take the orders.
Exactly. And that's where SEI changes the game.
Okay.
They built the entire trading infrastructure
Like into the blockchain itself.
right into layer one. It's like having a high-speed trading floor
Wow.
right there in that blockchain kitchen.
No more waiting?
No more middlemen, no more delays.
Okay, that's got to be huge for high-frequency trading.
Absolutely. Those guys live and die by milliseconds.
Right, but what about the rest of us?
What do you mean?
Like if I'm just a regular person,
Yeah.
I want to buy a couple different tokens, maybe rebalance my portfolio.
You want to do it all at once?
Yeah, is that possible on SEI?
That's where order bundling comes in.
Okay, what is that exactly?
Remember those chefs prepping multiple dishes at the same time?
Yeah.
It's the same principle.
Okay, yeah.
You can bundle multiple orders,
Even if they're for different things?
even for different assets, all in a single transaction.
It's just like placing a bulk order.
Exactly. More efficient, probably cheaper on fees.
Guide.
It's like a win-win for everyone.
Okay, so they've thought of everything.
Well, they've even got these things called hooks.
Hooks. What are those?
It's like setting up automated actions.
Automated.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's say you buy some tokens.
Mhm.
You can have a stop loss order automatically placed.
To limit my losses.
Exactly. Or you could automatically reinvest profit.
So it's like setting up automatic bill pay.
Kind of. But for your trading strategies.
That's wild.
Then it gets even better.
Really? What else is there?
Customizable fees.
Customizable how?
So unlike other platforms where the fees are fixed,
Right.
say let's exchanges set their own rates.
Interesting. So what does that do?
It creates competition.
Ah, I see.
Which can lead to lower costs for traders.
So it's all about giving more control.
Exactly. More flexibility, more transparency.
And that seems to be the theme with SEI.
It goes even deeper than that.
Oh,
It's about how SEI is governed.
Okay.
It's designed to give stakeholders a real voice
A voice in what?
in everything.
Yeah.
Fee structures, validation rules.
So it's not just a trading platform.
It's a whole ecosystem,
Wow.
constantly
Yeah.
evolving, constantly
Right,
improving.
because it's being guided by the users.
Exactly. And that's what I find so compelling about Say.
So it's like, say is this whole movement almost.
It really is,
Yeah.
It's changing the way we think about trading in a decentralized world.
It's exciting, but it's also a lot to take in.
Right.
Yeah. So let's bring it back down to earth for a second.
Okay. All this talk of high-frequency trading, super fast transactions.
Mm-hmm.
What about those of us who just want to, like, buy an NFT or something?
That's the thing about Say. It's not just for the pros.
Okay.
It makes the entire experience better.
So it would actually impact me,
Absolutely.
just as someone dabbling in digital assets.
Think about it.
Okay.
You're browsing online, see an NFT you like,
Mm-hmm.
you can buy it instantly.
No, waiting like a week for it to go through.
No way. Transactions are processed in seconds, fees are minimal.
Wow.
And because Say is so secure,
Yeah.
you're protected.
So it's giving everyone access to this, like, institutional grade trading infrastructure.
Exactly. And that's what's so powerful
It's
about it.
leveling the playing field.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
making trading more accessible for everyone.
Okay, so we've covered a ton of ground on Say today.
We've just scratched the surface.
If there's one thing you want our listeners to remember, what would it be?
That Say is more than just a faster blockchain.
Okay.
It's a new way of thinking about trading.
So where should people go if they want to learn more?
The white paper is a good start.
Okay.
It's surprisingly easy to understand,
Even for someone like me.
even for someone like you. And keep an eye out for projects building on Say. That's where things get really interesting.
It's like, Say is this whole world waiting to be explored.
It is, and it's just the beginning.
Well said. Well, on that note, I think we've done our deep dive on Say.
A deep dive indeed.
Hopefully this has given everyone a good starting point
Definitely.
to go out there and, do their own research.
Always a good idea.
Maybe even try out Say for themselves.
I think you'll be impressed.